What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to another episode clip of Pree Da Podcast. And just a reminder that these are only shortened clips. And if you want to listen to the full episode, make sure you click the first link in the description below. Or alternatively, you can type in Pree Da Podcast on all your audio listening platforms. And if you want to keep up what goes on behind the scenes, make sure you follow us on all our socials at Pree Da Podcast. Without further ado, I'll catch you guys on either side. My man was talking about, I need to test myself. Lana's there, but, I want to see if the grass is greener. Every single bombshell that came in, he was like, yeah, I'm open. I got one eye open when I'm sleeping.
One eye.
You are now listening to Pree Da Podcast with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to the Pree Da Podcast YouTube channel. And you guys already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because we're trying to grow the community. And by sharing this with friends and families, that goes a long way in helping us do that. Now, let's get into it. What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to your favorite podcast on the internet, Pree Da Podcast. I'm your host, Majaro Kayoma. And joining me on this episode is the lovely, the beautiful Charlotte Giles, the mother of my child. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. And let's just go straight into it. Over the past couple of weeks, I think 8 weeks, we have been religiously tuning into ITV at 9 o'clock most nights.
Yeah, most nights. Yeah.
Semi-religiously, right?
Yeah.
To watch this certain show called Love Island. And for those who haven't watched Love Island is a TV show based around, I think, 8 couples trying to find love and trying to find the perfect match in South Africa in the winter. And I just thought, I'm not going to spend all this time watching this show and not talk about it on the podcast. So, if you're listening, this is going to be the Love Island special on Pree Da Podcast. So, let's start off. Maya Jama. The new host.
Unreal.
The new host of Love Island. The host of Love Island got recast. I think last year it was, I don't know, the commentator's wife? What was her name?
Are they together?
Yeah, they were together.
Oh, I didn't know
together.
that.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
Last year, I think there was some, I wouldn't say complaints, but there was a lot of people saying, I'm not really feeling the presenter. She's kind of like dead food still. She's not really bringing anything to the table. She's just there, innit? But when Maya Jama touched down in South Africa, the whole villa knew she was there. Like, every time this woman went onto the screen, it felt like the editors or the producers were like Will Smith at the red carpet to Jada Smith, like, look, everyone.
Yeah, she's here.
Maya.
She doesn't really need that, though, to be honest. She's already unreal on her own, I think.
No comment. I know better than that. But, yeah, like, I felt like they did an amazing job presenting her. She was always in some next level dress or suit.
Yeah.
And I feel like
they were tailored to her, a lot of them dresses.
Yeah, like she doesn't even she's like more of a joggers, scarf and jeans.
Yeah, she's chill, isn't she?
Yeah, type of girl, but yeah, they dolled her up for that. And she did an amazing job this whole season. Yeah, I felt like we didn't see her as much as you probably thought you would see her.
I don't know, like, I think she's really natural at, like, presenting anyway, isn't she? Like, she is just really, I don't know. Yeah, just natural. Like, she doesn't try hard. Like,
yeah.
And even like, I find like, even when she messes up a little bit, like, she seems to still be able to like pull it off.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah, like she'll just be like, yeah, well, it happens, like, and then carries on, and we all make mistakes.
When certain contestants got a bit lippy on After Sun and that, they were like, no, let's move on.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. So that's Maya Jama. Great addition to the show. Hopefully they keep her for the summer Love Island and not just the winter. And let's go straight into the first drama of the season, and that was between Ron and Lana. The whole relationship started off on a rocky path. My man was talking about, I need to test myself. Lana's there, but, I want to see if the grass is greener. Every single bombshell that came in, he was like, yeah, I'm open. I got one eye open when I'm sleeping.
one eye.
Sorry.
That's literally what it was like. It was like, yeah, my one eye's on you, Lana, but the other one's
No, stop.
on the next girl that walks through the villa. So what do you think about that whole drama scene, that segment of the show?
I don't know, like at the beginning I felt like he always thought that she was going to be there no matter what. I still think that now, to be fair. Like he's got her like wrapped around his finger, I feel like. So like whatever he did or whoever he went to go and like see how it was, even though she was like, oh, I'm not going to be around forever. I just thought like, you're just lying.
Yeah, and I feel like literally everyone was saying, Lana, stand up, grow a backbone, you're better than
but
this.
But like, I don't feel like she's that type of person. Like, her personality, like, I don't know, she's quite a people pleaser.
Yeah, she's quite...
No, I don't think she purposely does it. I think, like, a lot of people, she gets on with a lot of people anyway. Do you know what I mean?
So basically, Charlotte, that's code for her. She's a yes man. She's like, yes, queen, yes. Whatever someone's doing, she's like, yes, I agree. Yes, I understand. She is like that. She's a very agreeable person. And
she's just, she's pretty chill as well, though, I think.
Yeah. Like, I feel like Ron, he's gone through a whole character arc. He was the villain at the start. He was literally public enemy number one, right? So, for some reason, Shaq had a problem with my man. Like, I don't understand what the beef is that.
I don't know. I think that they just annoyed one another in certain situations, and I just don't think they could ever drop it.
Like, it started off as a, fugazi. It was like, I'm just protective over Lana. And then as the season goes by, he just starts beef with him for no reason. Like, poking him here, poking him there, saying this, having a comment there, sly remarks. But we'll get to the sly remarks, the stakiness of the villa in a bit. So that was I won't say that was a good element of the show. I would say that was a slow starter to what was happening in this season.
The whole season hasn't been amazing, to be honest, anyway, so...
It was a slow starter. So I feel like everyone was kind of in their own little bubbles and in their little couples to begin with. I feel like everyone's just feel themselves out and just, seeing where Love Island was going to take him. And then they dropped one of the first bombshells. I think she was the first bombshell. I could be mistaken. So this is when a little Miss Zara, boom, landed into the villa. And that's when, in my opinion, everything started.
Road girl.
Bad girl Zara. Literally, as soon as she touched down to the villa in South Africa, that's when
shit hit the fan.
Everything started kicking off. So she wanted to be with, was it Tom at the start?
Tom.
Oh gosh. And at the time Tom was with Olivia. And
I don't think they were together, were they?
They weren't together, but like they were speaking to each other.
Yeah.
They were speaking to each other, and I'm sorry, but Tom's got no chat. Literally, all I heard from the girls
I feel like he's more coming to himself now, but at the beginning it was just a bit bland,
a bit dry. He was just blue eyes and nothing else. Literally, everything anyone said, all the girls would say is like, oh my god, his eyes are just so blue, like, they're staring into my soul. I'm like, bro, is this all it takes? I just need to get blue eye contacts and that's it, innit? I might have to try that on you, babes. But, Zara walks in, she basically does a beeline for Tom, and Olivia is not having that. For some reason, it did not start off well. Apparently, they had like a prior relationship before the villa.
Who did?
Zara and Olivia.
Well, I think friendship.
No, not. I won't say friendship, but like work. I won't say work colleagues, but like I feel like
they knew of each other.
They knew of each other. They had been on the same sets as each other.
Oh yeah.
Because Olivia, she's a ring girl / video vixen / extra.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So I think like Zara's working in those fields as well. So she says they came across each other a couple of times. So they were familiar. They knew each other to some extent. So it felt like Olivia was very defensive over Tom. And at this point, it's probably been like 2 weeks. And Zara was like, you don't own him. Like, he can talk to whoever he wants and I can talk to whoever I want. At the end of the day, I'm a bombshell. This is what I have to do. This is my job, essentially.
Yeah, she just didn't care, did she?
And Olivia was just like, oh, I can't believe she's taking me.
No, but I think Olivia's quite a sensitive person anyway, so no matter what happens, she'll always be quite sensitive towards it.
Remember when she says she was a straight talker and she tells it how it is?
She does partly, but at the same time, she's really sensitive. Like in some situations.
Sensitive.
We've got different opinions.
You call it sensitive, I call it snaky, innit? She's just chatting behind people's back. And Olivia...
You can clearly tell she's a sensitive person.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely sensitive.
Like when Sammy did that task and then she knocked that thing into her as a joke.
And then she was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she did that."
But that's sensitive, isn't it? She couldn't take it as just like banter. She didn't see it as a banter. She saw it as like
Olivia
sensitive, as in banter. Like Sammy was beeline for her, like type thing. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it just being a joke, could have been anyone stood there. And
we all saw it at the start with Zara when Zara, I think it was a challenge, and it said, "Oh, who's the most two-faced or who's the two-faced Islander or something like a game plan or something like that." And this is what Zara allegedly said, you know, guys, this is all a joke. I have to pick someone. She was originally going to pick, I think, Ron. But the guy said, don't do that. You know, you've already picked a boy for the last one. You have to pick a girl this time. And then she said, oh, I don't really want to do that because obviously every girl, all the girls in Love Island, they form a group, and it's like the girls' group, right? So the girls stick together. No matter what happens with the boys, the girls have to stick together. So inherently, she knows, oh, this is not a great question for me to be passing off to the girls. So I don't know anyone really like that, she said. So I'm going to pick someone that I know. And she picked Olivia. And ever since she picked Olivia for being two-faced, she just went downhill. Because Olivia was doing Chinese whispers saying, Zara this, Zara that, Zara's picking on me. The white girl tears, oh my god, I can't believe Zara's doing X, Y, and Z. I'm like, bruv, Zara's just being Zara. She's just not even Zara said...
but I don't think she was... I don't know, she wasn't the most nicest of people sometimes, I felt like.
Why? Because you said it's how it is.
It's not even saying how it is, like... It's about thinking about other people's feelings at the same time. Like, you can say how it is, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like there was times when she was over the mark, you know, there was that unnecessary...
Yeah, she was kind of like a bull in a china shop at times when it came to some confrontation. So, with the Olivia one, she said at one point, like, Olivia, did you think I really came to Love Island, you know, just to specifically piss you off? And she took that to heart, apparently, and she started crying, and Zara was probably like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? And then obviously Tom was, you know, in the middle of them two, and Tom started off, you know, going towards Zara, but after everything blew up with Olivia, he probably thought, yeah, swerve that, mate. He probably thought, yeah, I'm not trying to get into...
No, 100%, like, Tom's personality was not for Zara
Definitely
at all.
Not. She wanted answers.
From one scale to another, wasn't it? Like...
She wanted answers like this.
But it wasn't even that. She was just too feisty for him. He needs someone pretty... Well, to be fair, Sammy... I wouldn't say Sammy's feisty as such.
She's no Zara.
No, they're completely different too.
So when Tom finally said to Zara, after what I feel stringed her along, because she was saying, yo, bruv, like, what's going on? I don't want to be in a triangle. She was like, proper like, yo, it's me or I'm out type of thing. So when he finally told her she was out, she
was quite calm though, wasn't she?
No, she didn't. She called him out. Don't you remember? She was saying...
at first she was okay.
At first she was okay, and then what happened?
Yeah, and then she started moving mad after, didn't she? Like,
didn't
he start going, like, jumping on other women, and then she was like, I'm going to call him out, and then went over there and then started saying stuff about, you know, I hope your mum and dad's proud. Like,
I hope your mum and dad are proud.
No, you
about
just
the way
can't,
he was moving.
Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, no.
She fully stood in the middle of the whole villa.
Yeah, but there is...
and cussed him out his name.
Looking back on it, I don't really think he did anything too bad for her to just come up to him and be like...
Yeah, the same way she was saying to
Olivia...
her
ego was dented, in it?
Yeah, the same way she was saying to Olivia that it's only been, 2 weeks, was the same way Tom was acting. It's only been 2 weeks. So when he pied her off, essentially, she was like, "Right, I can't take this. Olivia's got one up on me because he's gone back to Olivia after the whole hellhole I've been with, basically trying to fight for this guy. He's just done this to me, and I don't think she could take it. To be fair, she snapped.
Like I said, ego dented, and she's not that type of person to want to be, I don't know, look to be stupid.
Yeah, mugged off, second best.
Like side chick.
Yeah, side chick antics.
Yeah.
Side chick sentence. Right, so the next aspect of the villa life that we enjoyed was the Shaq and Tanya of it all. Like, this relationship, right, is the most...
I feel sorry for Shaq, can I just say?
It's the most... I don't even understand. Where do I start off with? Right, okay, let's start off with the whole black love, right? The black love element, right? Whenever there's, black people on these white-dominated TV shows, reality TV shows, the black community on Twitter, on, Instagram, on YouTube, they're always like, yes, we got to stay on code, we got to, black love has got to be the one, let's push them, let's support them, regardless of what's happening, regardless of what the dynamics is. And I'm not a fan of that. I just see how it is, and if I like what I see, I support it. If I don't, I'm not on board. I'm sorry. And this ship, I was definitely not on board with. First off, how are you telling a girl you love her in the first 2 weeks? I don't care what time warping abilities that Villa has, but 2 weeks you do not say, I love you. Bruv, they only started being boyfriend and girlfriend at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And you're telling her you love her at the start of the season. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't at all. Not at all.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's just crazy. Like, after 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, how do you know you love someone? You can you can definitely tell, oh, there's definitely a spark there, or I could see myself fall in love with this person. Do you know what I mean? When you've got a spark with someone and you've got that bounce off.
I'm falling.
Then that's fair, but, just tell someone you love them after 2 weeks. How can you be so sure of that? Because I just feel like I said, like you can meet someone and be like this is really like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, the conversation's flowing, you feel that connection with them, you're sexually attracted to them, and then you can definitely see, I could fall in love with this person, or, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Let's take it.
But I wouldn't turn around 2 weeks later and be like, oh yeah, I love you.
Yeah, it was literally 0 or 100. Literally, my man was playing with fire. It was like giving this woman a loaded gun, taking the safety off, a round already in the chamber, and saying, "Yo, see this here? This can kill me. Take care of it." After 2 weeks, nah, that's too much for me. But going down the line, we saw what happened with them, right? So they didn't have anyone come into the villa while they were together in the villa to turn their head, right? Is it Tanya? Tanya? That's the name, right?
Tanya, yeah.
Yeah, Tanya, right? She's already young. So already, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. She's what, 23? Yeah, she's 23. And Shaq is like 27 at least, right? So I'm thinking, she's 23. Her VT intro video, she was saying how I want to come in and show the boys how to really be a player and X, Y, and Z. I want to basically live up.
Yeah, but they have to do that though, don't they?
True, but she didn't have to say that.
No, but I feel like that if they were just boring, they wouldn't be put in there in the first place. If they was like, oh, I'm just going to stay with one person, and do you know what I mean? Then they wouldn't pick these people to go in there. They didn't think they was going to go and do the madness in there.
True, but that's evidence to me. That's evidence. And when the opportunity arose, she went straight into Casa Amor and saw herself a little bit of Martin and brought him back home. So when they were in the villa, or in the Casa Amor, a lot of people saying Martin wasn't really on Tanya. But he's come out and said in interviews that a lot of things get edited. So
yeah, true. But well, we know that anyway. Really. Come on.
yeah. We'll get to the editing because these editors work in overtime. But she brought back Martin. Their what would you say? Their chemistry was undeniable at the start. They were all over each other. She was like, "Oh, by the time, if there was this time back in England or whatever, we would already X, Y, and Z'd already." And I'm like, "Right, Tanya, it's just like that." So brings Martin Boy back home. Daddy Shaq is there with his mouth in his hand. He's shocked. He's like, "I told you I loved you." And that's where I told you fucked up. Cause I saw that coming. I saw that coming a mile away. But you know how it is. They break up. They get back together. And all is forgiven. I feel like he just took her back too quick. She didn't really need to do any groveling from what we saw anyways.
Yeah, true.
So, one of the new aspects of the show that they've been adding in the recent years has been past Love Islanders. And on the previous Love Island, it was Adam Collard from, I don't know, one of the previous seasons. Is the tatted up guy with, like, the Greek Adonis.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. My man. Man like Adam and that. Thanos and that. But this year they brought Love Islanders from Australia. I don't know how good the accent is, but I tried. Yeah, I know. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a massive fan of bringing past Love Islanders onto the show. I'm like, bruv, you've already had your your chance in the sunshine. You've already had your clout. You've already got your Boohoo Man deals and Boohoo
I wonder why they
deals.
do that.
I don't know. I think it's just refreshing it. It's just, it's been going on for so long. Let's spice things up. And this is one of the ways and easiest ways that we can do. Use past relationships with ex-Love Islanders. I don't know, bring their new followers back to the show, potentially. But
yeah, true.
I'm more of a fan of giving new, fresh faces a chance in the sunshine. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even obviously I hadn't seen the one that they were in previously anyway. But, yeah, why not? Don't really bother me.
Fair enough.
It's what it is, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, it's their show, isn't it? Their show.
Yeah, I don't think it affects it massively. It's just another...
But what if it, like, that's the thing. You say it doesn't affect it massively because I feel like the viewers are thinking, we're not going to vote you to win twice.
Do you reckon?
Because deep it, these guys are on a competition show essentially, and a past Love Island contestant basically getting a second chance to win it.
I think it depends though, because if they couple with someone like, say, like Jessie with Will, personally, I think people love Will anyway. So even regardless of Jessie already being in previously another Love Island,
true.
If she does well with Will, then people are going to vote, aren't they?
True, and to be fair, I think bringing an Australian Love Islander instead of
people obviously less know about it.
Previous UK Love Islander was a way better shout than bringing back, I don't know, Amber Rose Gill back to the show. That's definitely
even though she's nice.
Yeah, shout out to Amber and that. So let's go on to another aspect of the dramas that we saw, and this involves our best friend Olivia. This is between Olivia and Tanyel, and the drama between them and Jordan. So Jordan was a Casa Amor boy that Tanyel, after not, getting on with Kai and not getting on with, I think it was Tom. No, she didn't chat to Tom. It was just Kai.
Yeah.
After not getting on with Kai, she got on with Jordan from Casa Amor. Was it Casa Amor or Bombshell? I can't remember because
Jordan. It was Casa Amor, wasn't it?
Was it? Nah, I think
it was. It was.
Didn't he come in with Samia?
Jordan, is that the mixed race guy?
No. No, you're thinking of Jordan from like a previous Love Island. No, he's the tall, dark-skinned brother.
No, I don't know.
Jordan? Who's Jordan again? Not gonna lie, that hits every time. But yeah, this guy that she coupled up with, they weren't really feeling each other. And Olivia, with her Chinese whispers, going to Jordan, saying, you know, I don't think she's into you, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 patting behind Tanya's back. And Jordan didn't pick her for a recoupling and she had to go home. But allegedly, there had been numerous beefs. We even saw some on the show of, oh my God, I hope Tanya's not, you know, talking to the other girls to not let me, you know, for them to not get on with me.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, Tanya this, Tanya that. And Tanya was like, why is my name always in your mouth? Like, Olivia, it's not even that deep for you to be complaining like this. I'm not bothered by you, but you seem to be bothered by me. And I feel like that's been a reoccurring trait with Olivia.
Yeah, but that, like I said, that's that sensitivity again, isn't it?
No. That's not sensitivity. That's insecurity.
Yeah,
That's
and then, which
insecurity.
leads into sensitivity, which is basically the same sort of circle. It leads on to one another, doesn't it?
Yeah, but personally, I'm
From
a
the same group.
personally, I'm a root cause analysis guy, and you know, you can be sensitive, but where does that sensitivity come from? That comes from an insecurity, and it feels like whenever there's a big character, you know, in the villa full of girls, like so we had Zara was one. She bamboozled the whole island girls to ostracize her. She basically had no friends. And the same thing with Tanya. Like Tanya, I felt like she was the big gal.
At the beginning,
the big boss of the villa.
At the beginning, I wasn't too keen on her, but towards the end, I did quite like her.
Tanya. Yeah, she was nice. It felt like she actually genuinely had everyone's back.
Yeah.
Like, Olivia, it felt like she says she's got everyone's back, but she's the one that's been chatting behind everyone's back. Yeah. So, Tanya was actually being, you know, nice to everyone and having each other's back. But for some reason, Olivia just didn't. It felt like Olivia just wanted her spot. And I couldn't be the boss if she's still in the villa. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say what I need to say, do what I need to do, you know, spread seeds where I need to spread them to get this girl out of the villa so I can be the queen. I can be Queen Bee. And that's what happened. That's what happened because...
I don't know. I think that the producers are very good at portraying how they want each character to look. That's the problem with it all half the time.
Yeah, you're right. That's the thing. I feel like this season there has been a lot of editing. Like this season more than any. You be seeing Shaq having a conversation with, you know, someone in the villa. Ron goes by in blue joggers or blue, you know, swim shorts. He comes back in pink ones 2 seconds later.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. People have seen all of them. There's like, you know, Twitter compilations of bad edits of, you know, this is at this time, this is at that time, look at where the sun's at and all this stuff. So people are clocking that this is heavily edited. Like, the stuff contextually that we don't even get to put two and two together. Like, one of the ones was, this is what Martin said. This is when Shaq found out what exactly his gal, Tanya, was up to with Martin. You know, Martin's soup just tastes so good. Them ones there, right? All the stuff that she was doing, all the extracurriculars she was doing with Martin, he finds out and he's out there crying, right? So you're thinking, oh, he really likes her, he's crying because, you know, she's basically betrayed him. But in actuality, he was crying because of what Martin said to Shaq. Martin said to Shaq, allegedly, this is from Martin's mouth, that, mate, your girl was moving was. She was moving bare loose. If we were on the outside, I would have done crazy things to her that you wouldn't even dream of doing. And I'm like, bruh. And apparently that's the reason why he was crying, not because of what Tanya did. What Martin said to him.
Oh, really?
Martin, with his big chest, said this on radio.
Oh, God.
Yes. So, Love Island producers be producing in it. Yeah. So, for all we know, Tanya might have been the aggressor, might have been the one that was too in everyone's business, but we never know. But from what Tanya says, it very much seems that Olivia was basically had a target for her because they were friends at the start, and then they slowly drifted apart. kind of like Ron and Shaq. This is the flip side, the female side, and then they basically stopped chilling with each other, and then Olivia got a gun, and then we had the beef between Samia and Tom and Olivia, because Olivia was with Tom for a bit. Remember?
Oh yeah, she was with everyone.
Olivia was about she was about the gaff. She was about. So she was with Tom, and it feels like this is where it comes down to. First, it was what was that guy? That boxing guy.
Oh yeah,
the guy
about him.
Yeah, the guy that was there for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then online that video came out of him beating up that guy, and they got him straight off, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know if it was because of that, but
I think so, probably.
Maybe we will never know. It's one of them. You never know. So she was with him, and then it was who was it? Then it was Tom. She was fighting for Tom with Zara, and then Samia came into the picture. I remember Samia and her had a beef as well.
Yeah.
They had beef, but with Samia, this is when I felt like Samia was the one girl I was like, yes. Because all the other girls, I was looking at them sideways.
I really like Samia.
And I was like, these girls, they're not really giving. So when Samia came in, she was like a breath of fresh air. It felt like she kept it 100. She told her how it was. You know, she was honest. She would let everyone know, if I'm going to speak to a guy that I like, I'm going to let you girls know first and foremost, X, Y, and Z. I'm looking out for the girls, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like them two, they could have made the beef a lot juicier than it actually was. But because Samia was so savvy in how she handled it, it was like Tom already made the decision that he was switching to Samia even before.
Is it Samia or Sammy?
I think it's Sammy. Sammy. Sorry, Samia. I've been saying Samia, haven't I? Yeah, so Sammy. So it felt like Sammy had already won the race for Tom's heart. Even before Olivia really had a chance. I think not only that,
she's pretty chill. Like, I think that's the type of girl that Tom wants. And also, she is stunning, isn't she? So...
No comment. But,
I felt like that she was more Tom's type.
Definitely. And Olivia strategically pivoted to Kai, because Kai at that point didn't have anyone.
No, Kai was on her.
Yeah, allegedly
they
were on each other. Apparently,
Really, I thought Kai went for her, and he admitted that he actually did quite like her.
Because Kai was with that anime girl, the other girl that went out first week. Do you remember that anime girl? She was like a B-Tech Olivia.
Yeah.
They basically had the same vibe, the same look. I was like, are these?
I forget about all these people.
I know. It's a lot of people to keep track of.
Yeah.
But we're doing our best, guys. We're doing our best to try and cover everything that I felt was important. So, Tom gets with Samia. Or Sammy. Jesus.
It's because we've got a friend called Samia. That's what it is.
Tom gets with Sammy. Olivia pivots to Kai. And they start their romance going on and see wherever they go to. But Casa Amor happens, and Kai decides to recouple with someone else, and Olivia decides to recouple up with someone else. But for some reason, Olivia has a problem with Kai.
But I'll say this now on defense of Olivia. We watched that, what was it, on YouTube the other day with them two and that woman.
Who?
Olivia and what was it?
Oh, Olivia and
she
Maxwell.
It. She said, didn't she? She said in that interview, she's like, right, hold my hands up, guys. Don't really know why I thought I could have a problem with it, and Kai shouldn't.
Yeah, but...
So at least she admitted it.
At least she admitted it.
I think sometimes with women, they do get in the moment sometimes, and then they reflect back on it and think,
But that's the thing. I've got no problem with that, right? Reflecting on, what happened, X, Y, and Z. But the thing is, she only came to that conclusion because people online felt so much way about it that she was being so much of a hypocrite. There were reviews on it. There were tweets on it. There were video compilations of Olivia being hypocrite, talking about people's, behind people's backs, saying one thing, then doing the other, condoling something when it comes to the girls, but when it comes to the guys, going and ripping their heads off. That's the one thing. She wouldn't have come to that realization by herself unless the public let her know, well, go on. Because even after they got into the villa, after they had both recoupled with other people, she was still asking for an apology. I think you need to apologize. Well, you weren't being genuine. You're a game player. You're X, Y, Z. And Kai was just like the most chillest person. He's like, sorry, but I don't want no beef. You should be happy. I'm happy for you. You should be happy for me. We both found someone that we wanted to couple up with. I don't understand why we're having this conversation. Let's just leave it.
Do you remember his face of relief as she walked in with someone else? He was like, thank fuck for that. Yeah,
because I feel like he already knew, like, if she didn't come back with someone.
Yeah, it would have been the drama.
Oh, it would have been
the drama.
The drama would have been too much.
And that's why his face was just absolute relief when she walked in. And then the fact that she still carried on even though...
and that's the one thing that I don't like about Olivia. Like, I don't know her personally or anything, but the way she was positioned in that villa, it felt like she had all the girls on tap. It felt like all the girls were on code, and whatever Olivia said went. So if we ain't fucking with Kai ain't talking to no girl.
But then I felt like when Sammy come in, that changed.
No.
Sammy
is general. She's maybe not second in command, but third in command. Sammy was right and on there. I used to rate Sammy, but then she started siding with Olivia too much. And I was like, nah, we can't let this run because she keeps on getting away with it. It felt like I was in Breaking Bad. She keeps on getting away with it.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
Treating Kai like this, treating his new girl that he coupled up with, Sanam, treating her like crap, talking bad behind his back and in front of his girl, and I'm just like, bruh, like, allow it. This is too much energy. You should be focusing on yours and your relationship with Maxwell. Even Maxwell had to come on and be like, yo, babes, like, wagwan, like, do you still have feelings for this guy? Because I would be thinking, bruh, this girl's so much into this guy that she's asking for apologies 2 days, 3 days in a row. I'm like, there must be feelings there, right? If someone was saying to the ex, oh, I just need you to apologise for how dirty you did me.
Oh yeah, 100%, 1,000,000% there was. She was gutted. I reckon deep down she was.
Yeah, she definitely liked him.
She even said that she felt some type of way, and it was hard for her to make a decision to recouple with somebody else, didn't she?
I mean, was it though? Because she forgot my man's name. Remember that? Oh, yeah, what's his name? Kai. Oh yeah, Kai.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that was even an issue. I forget names all the time.
Oh, so you'd forget my name? Yeah.
No.
Oh, so what's? Oh crap! I forgot the father of my kid's name. I forgot.
No, I wouldn't do that. But like, I don't know. People do that though, don't they?
Yeah.
They do think, what's that name again? Or when you forget like the name of something, you're like, what's it called again? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like it was 24 hours, and the guy's bed wasn't even cold yet. But I'll give her a pass. But I've been giving her too many passes, and at that point, I was get Olivia out of the villa gang. I was like, hashtag cancel Olivia. That was me.
I know.
That was me.
Said I wake up every morning, pray to God that I'm fixing up. Hope I'm never slipping up. Hear the money calling, need my peace to start getting up. Feeling like I'm blessed, but it came with a bit of luck. Feeling like you stressed, then the tension starts to fill you up. Need an intermission, yeah, they ain't the same lane as us. Come from different sticks, yeah, they're not the same range as us. They cop the pleas and top of teas, they're not hitting range with us. Keep